Boots, I mean, we sent him 2 contracts. He didn't take the fight. They didn't send a contract back. They usually there's back and forth. There's something going on in talks. Well, he did all his talking on social media, but he didn't do it behind closed doors. That's usually the kind of guy I am. I usually don't call anyone out on social media. I call them out by telling my promoter, hey, I want to fight this guy, or Turkey.
As speculation over a potential showdown continues to grow, Vergil Ortiz Jr. finally addressed the situation. He revealed that contracts have been sent and insisted his team was fully prepared to make the fight happen. However, with both camps offering conflicting versions of events, uncertainty remains over what prevented the highly anticipated clash with Jaron Boots Ennis.
That's the fight we want next. That's the fight we want next. And it's so easy to make. It's not a hard decision. Boots is there. Boots is available. Vergil's available. October is the perfect month to make that fight happen. If it doesn't happen, it's because Boots decided to go somewhere else.
Vergil Ortiz Jr. believed the fight with Jaron Boots Ennis is now impossible to ignore, especially with both fighters competing at 154 pounds. Ortiz emphasized that he has never avoided tough opponents and has always aimed to test himself against the very best in the division. In his view, it's a fight that simply has to happen. Jaron Boots Ennis also made his intentions clear, expressing his desire to face Vergil Ortiz Jr. and prove he belongs among boxing's elite. Confident that both fighters are in their prime, Ennis believes now is the perfect time to settle the debate and establish himself as the division's dominant force.
Because it has to happen. Because it has to happen soon. Because it has to happen.
Yeah, because 160 is that far away for you guys, right?
Yeah. We both just moved up, so it has to happen at 154. So it'll happen soon. But we want to fight everyone. I'm a competitive person. I like to test myself against people.
Offering his opinion, Robert Garcia favored Vergil Ortiz Jr. in a potential matchup against Jaron Boots Ennis. He pointed to Ortiz's power, physical strength, and relentless pressure at 154 pounds, believing his aggressive style could create major problems and give him the ability to end the fight at any moment.
And let everybody know that I want this fight, and I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. I'm going to take it to them, because like I said, they've been doing too much talking. It's too much talking. The time is now. We both in our primes. Everybody want to see it. I'm about to shut all the haters up because that's what they've been doing. And it's time to have fun, man. I'm about to take over this division, straight like that.
Jaron Boots Ennis, however, believes he is the fighter to beat at 154 pounds. According to Ennis, a fight against him represents the biggest opportunity in the division, both financially and in terms of exposure. He argued that anyone willing to challenge him would immediately find themselves in boxing spotlight.
100% agree with Vergil. I think if Vergil is able to, fight Boots and we were able to get those punches, I think it's over. I think Vergil is not going to hold back. Vergil has great, insane power at 154.
Roy Jones Jr. also called for a showdown between Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz Jr., describing Ortiz as the toughest challenge currently available. Jones believes the fight would provide the clearest test of Ennis's abilities and reveal exactly where he stands among boxing's elite.
To be real, at 154, I'm the biggest name at 154, and everybody know that. I'm the biggest name at 154, and everybody know they're gonna make the most money fighting me, straight like that.
Sean Porter expressed confidence that Jaron Boots Ennis is still improving and has yet to reach his full potential. While he praised Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s performance against Sergey Bohachuk, Porter believes facing Ennis would present a much greater challenge and a completely different level of competition.
Everybody wants to see Boots against a real opponent. Vergil, you're peaked right now. You're the best option to make us to let us figure out.
Tim Bradley strongly backed Jaron Boots Ennis in a potential clash with Vergil Ortiz Jr. He argued that Ortiz lacks the complete skill set needed to defeat Ennis and was so confident in Boots' abilities that he said he would gladly bet on him, believing his versatility would secure the victory.
I just think he's been just simply amazing, and I think that even for someone of his talent, of his stature, that the way he's grown in this thing, I think there's another level for him as well, and I don't think he's gotten there yet.
Yeah, man, Vergil looked really good against Lubin.
Yeah.
Boots is no Lubin. Boots is a different.
Redman Edwards viewed Vergil Ortiz Jr. as a difficult stylistic matchup for Jaron Boots Ennis. He highlighted Ortiz's compact punching technique and effectiveness at close range as potential challenges. Even so, Edwards favored Ennis because of his speed and overall skill set, while acknowledging that relying too heavily on reflexes could leave openings for Ortiz's power.
Vergil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. Vergil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. I promise you. Vergil Ortiz ain't beating no Boots. When y'all gonna listen? Y'all ain't got to listen. Y'all ain't got to listen. Oh, I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Woo, I'ma put my money where my mouth is. Oh yeah. Yeah, the next fight is gonna be against Boots Ennis. And you ain't... Man, listen to me, people. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, skill versus skill.
Expanding on his analysis, Redman Edwards stressed that Jaron Boots Ennis would need to handle Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s relentless pressure while respecting his power and technical ability. Edwards believes Ennis possesses the defensive tools to neutralize Ortiz if he remains disciplined and ultimately favors Boots, citing weaknesses Ortiz displayed against Sergey Boachuk.
Stylistically, to me, the hardest fight for Boots is Vergil Ortiz. That's my honest opinion. Vergil Ortiz, Boots got them long, kind of like gangly arms, right? And sometimes he load up a little bit, and Vergil Ortiz punch short and compact, right in the mid-range on the inside, right where Boots like it. And in exchanges, Vergil Ortiz, I don't think he's as fast as Boots for like combinations of punches, but I do think that if Boots is throwing single shots, that Vergil's short, compact punches can get there. Because one thing Vergil don't play like Boots play. Boots sometimes put his hands down, he lean back, he do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Boots does a lot of stuff where Vergil kind of just stays in one place and just fires right from where he's at. So in my opinion, I still think Boots can beat Vergil.
Sergio Mora described a potential fight between Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz Jr. as a true 50-50 matchup. While he noted that both fighters' aggressive styles leave defensive openings, he praised Ennis's reach and movement. Mora also warned that Ortiz's constant pressure could expose him to dangerous counterpunches, making the fight an exciting contest.
Boots will have to adjust from a guy that's getting off right from the point of attack. I think he can. He knows how to hold his hands up. He just has to, his dad chewed him out, so he just has to, listen a little bit, and I think he'll be okay. But that's the little adjustment that he will have to make, because Vergil gets off from the high guard, and they're not light punches. He's ripping them. Vergil's a talented dude, man. I like Vergil. But the Boachuk fight is why I would pick Boots, to be honest with you. That's why I would pick Boots in the fight, because I think Boachuk is an excellent guy, but I think that he had too much success against Vergil for Vergil to beat Boots.
Sean Zittel labeled a potential clash between Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Jaron Boots Ennis as one of boxing's most compelling matchups. He believes Ortiz's relentless pressure, sharp combinations, and commanding jab would force Ennis into a high-paced battle rather than a cautious tactical fight. Zittel also feels Ortiz has the speed and punching power needed to compete with Boots in every exchange.
Ortiz gets hit too. He gets rocked. He gets controversially knocked down as well. He would deny it, but the truth is there. We could see, we have eyes. Boots is the same way. This is the type of fight with Boots and Ortiz, when it happens, one of the biggest fights in boxing against two power punchers that are susceptibly defensively because they're so front foot. They go for the knockout. When you have knockout punchers, you're bound to get touched. The difference is Boots rolls with the shots. He takes a little bit of the steam off the shots. He knows how to use his long frame and still dig to the body. Vergil, on the other hand, he'll get up after getting dropped. shake his head, and put it in another gear, in a meaner gear. That can work against a mean fighter like Vergil and run into shots, especially if you're buzzed. So when it does happen, hold on. It's going to be explosive. Someone's going to get knocked out. And I always pick a side, right, Mannix? I always say, oh, well, this guy's going to be the favorite. That's a legitimate 50-50.
Despite praising the matchup, Sean Zittel ultimately favored Jaron Boots Ennis. He pointed to the difficulties Ortiz experienced against Israel Madrimov's movement and awkward style, believing Ennis has the athleticism and firepower to create similar problems. In his opinion, Boots' cleaner offense and ability to capitalize on openings give him a slight edge.
That's an amazing fight because Ortiz brings, he's not known for his velocity, but he does bring really good punching velocity, aka speed, and he's an incredible combination puncher. And he's not going to make the mistake of what you're saying of trying to outbox Vergil or Jaron Ennis. He's going to make it a firefight and go blow for blow. And oh my God, on paper, what a fight that should play out to be. And he has more firepower than Xander Zayas. And he's meaner and more ferocious than Xander Zayas, whose advantage over Ortiz is supposed to be his boxing acumen and a little bit more versatility to moving around the ring and all that. But Ortiz has an excellent jab, an excellent double jab, very fast hands that can challenge the hand speed in the exchanges of Jaron Ennis, and power that can challenge the punching power of Jaron.
Chris Mannix described a potential showdown between Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz Jr. as one of boxing's biggest attractions. He believes Ennis's recent performances have only increased interest in the fight, and added that another impressive win by Ortiz could make the matchup impossible to avoid.
You know what's one thing that makes me think Ennis does win that fight? Even though Ortiz right now on paper is the favorite. He's been at 54 and all. When you look at how Madrimov's awkwardness and his movement in that fight made it hard for Ortiz to get off until later in the fight, Ennis can implement the same things, but actually be hitting him while he's doing it.
That is a very good fight to make, but I am anticipating, I am frothing, I am salivating for the fight against Vergil Ortiz. That was a massive fight 3 months ago when they were negotiating it. It is even bigger now after a fight like this. If Vergil goes out, looks spectacular in his next fight, there is going to be incredible momentum to have that fight take place. Texas, Vegas, here in New York City, it doesn't matter. That is going to be one of the biggest fights we can see in boxing. Is a killer, one of the best finishers in all of boxing. You've got to shore up that defense. You got to move a little bit more. Be willing to box a little bit more. Throw that jab a little bit more. These are all lessons I think Boots will take from that. And maybe you're happy about it, right? Like if you had fought Vergil Ortiz right away, maybe you fight like that, and Vergil, maybe he knocks you out. Now, you get a learning experience from it. We go into that. Let's make it happen. Let's just make it happen. Give me that fight, please.
Chris Mannix also identified Vergil Ortiz Jr. as one of the toughest opponents Jaron Boots Ennis could face. He praised Ortiz's power and aggressive style, while suggesting that Ennis would need to tighten his defense, rely on his jab, and avoid unnecessary exchanges. Mannix believes Boots can continue refining his approach before facing another elite opponent.